It's a true honor being up here as the best man for the wedding of two people I admire so much. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Erik, and I've grown up with and known Gabe for nearly my entire life. I'd like to start out by thanking those that made this weekend possible: Bill and Martha, Joe and Carla, and the big man, and Bobby. Thank you. Just this past Thursday, I was going through some old photo albums at home, trying to see if there were any particular stories or memories I wanted to bring up during this toast, and quite frankly, there are just too many. We've been through a lot together. So I'm going to jump ahead for a second and talk a little bit about Ronnie. I remember hearing about Ronnie for the very first time, and I could just tell Gabe was talking about someone truly special. And I certainly knew what he was talking about after getting the chance to meet her for the very first time. But it was about the third or fourth time of hanging out with Ronnie I wanted to share, and it was when both Ronnie and I lived in New York. I guess this is just under a couple of years ago, and Gabe was still up in Portland. But there was this one Saturday night that my roommates and I were hosting a party in this old warehouse in Brooklyn, and I sent the invite out to Ronnie. And sure enough, her and Ashley came over and were probably the first ones to arrive. Now, this pretty much told me two things. First, that these two girls were definitely from Maine. There's not that many girls who travel to Manhattan to an old dirty warehouse in Brooklyn just for a party. And second, and probably most important, was that this moment really spoke of Ronnie's commitment to Gabe, and how it was clear that she wanted to connect more with and better understand one of his oldest friends. So it was after that I was completely sold. In short, though, thanks for coming to my party, Ronnie. All right, so back to Gabe. So both Gabe and I were extremely fortunate to grow up with a very large and amazing group of friends who Bill kind of just referenced, and most of whom are scattered around this room tonight. And Gabe was truly the centerpiece of this group. At our good friend Mac's wedding last year, both Gabe and I were groomsmen, and on the website there was small write-ups on each of us. And I'm not even sure who wrote those. I think maybe Della did. Marty did, maybe. All right. And it read something that he's the glue that keeps this group of friends together. And Gabe has always been the friend that makes sure everyone stays connected and knows what everyone is up to. And that is something that has always been true of Gabe's character growing up. I was having dinner with my parents, who are actually here tonight, on Thursday, and we were reminiscing on a few old of Gabe memories. And they recalled whenever the house phone rang, this is before cell phones or caller ID, my entire family would say, "Well, there's Gabe." And sure enough, it usually was. I was lucky enough to meet Finley just 3 weeks after she was born, and watching Gabe in the role of a father was absolutely one of the most amazing things I've witnessed in our country. But I really wasn't surprised at how easy it was for him, because knowing Gabe so well growing up, and knowing the qualities that made him such a great friend, it's really easy to see how he's an incredible father, and Ronnie, how he'll be an incredible husband. I'm honored to be here tonight to witness this great next step in your lives. And so on that note, I'd like to propose a toast to Gabe and Ronnie and Finley. May the rest of your lives be filled with pure adventure, joy, and love. Cheers! Cheers!